Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Borderlands on the PC Part 8. So as you can see, we're starting where we left off in the previous video. We've just finished getting the mine gate key and I'm working my way towards the exit of this area. Now since I'd saved the game and returned, the area's respawned, so I'm having this fight for the third time. Letting my health recharge, taking care of that sniper, and here I decide I'm going to finally attack these birds and then head on up to Mo and Marley. Mo and Marley are just up this hill and around the corner. But before we get to them, we have to deal with some regular skags. And just past this rise, we're going to hit Mo and Marley, and it's a good idea to know the area behind you because this fight is generally done running in reverse. Now, as you can see by the amount of damage I'm doing, this fight isn't going to go well. My insistence on using the shotgun is going to almost literally burn me once again. Also seems to be my luck that every time I have the opportunity to do a critical hit, I'm reloading. Managed to punch him for a critical there, and that's pretty much the most damage I'm going to do to him for this whole fight. Mo's the one shooting the fireballs, and Marley's in the back shooting off those electrical bombs, which are so damaging to my shields. And given that I rely on my shields very heavily at this early stage in the game, I'm really at a disadvantage here. And to pretty much underscore my failure, I run out of ammo, and I'm trying to finish up with the rocket launcher, which isn't going to cut it. Well, I know when I'm beat and currently out of ammo, so I decided to just flee from this area and make a push for the next level, and maybe I'll do a little better. I do have that shotgun I found, and I have hopes at this point that it may be better than the one I'm using. So we're going to speed through my attempts to get some serious experience points so I can get to level 16. And while I run around here restocking my supplies, I come to the decision that the other thing that's probably hurting me is the way I scattered around my experience points. So here I decide to respec. Nothing major, I just want to move all those single point skills into a consolidated skill. And there's me deciding shields is probably what I need. So I spend 2,500 bucks on respecking. So we're now loaded up with a full shield boost and the full reload speed and recoil reduction. Now I need almost a full level of experience points, and I don't have a lot of quests to choose from. So one of the ways to get a couple of new quests at this point is go ahead and turn in that mine gate key, even though I have no intention of actually entering.
Everything you've faced up until now has been simple. You're about to face a real challenge in Sledge. Do not underestimate him.
So we've turned that in, and both Shep and Firestone now have some more quests, so I'm going to go pick those up. So my first destination, once I find it on the map, is going to be cleaning up that fan. This is an easy quest, and I desperately need those experience points. I was actually pretty pleased with myself for nailing one of those racks as it left the pile. Now, I hate this part. These things are almost impossible to find, at least in my opinion. And they usually get a couple of good hits on me before I finally shoot them. So they're taken care of. And let's clean off this fan using a decidedly not ranged weapon. Okay, with that taken care of, I even clear out these skags because I need the experience points. And now it's off to get me a sniper rifle? No, a combat rifle. I found this to be one of the easier collection quests, not for the fights or anything, but the parts of the rifle are actually right out in the open for the most part. Some of these collection quests can be quite a challenge the first time through to try and find all the pieces you need.
Come on, little one. Time to die.
And here again you're going to see me trying to conserve my melee skill like it costs me money to use or something. To my detriment, again, opportunity to use second wind coming up. And that could have easily been avoided if I'd just used my melee skill. And one last part of the rifle to pick up. Now that turned out to be a fairly decent rocket launcher in terms of accuracy, but it's a helix, and in my opinion, they're hard enough to aim already without the rounds doing some squirrely thing as they go to the target. So I probably won't end up using that particular rocket launcher. and the last of the combat rifle parts. And we're doing quite well. We're halfway through level 15, so it looks like we'll complete the task that I'd set out for myself. Let's go ahead and turn those in. And I'm going through and comparing out that rocket launcher, and I find I can't even use it to level 19 anyway. So, again, I really doubt I'll still have that as my favorite by the time we get to level 19. Now those turn-ins, as you can see, got us very close to level 15. So I kind of take a failed attempt at just running some stuff down to get that last segment of experience. But of course, when you run stuff down in the car, you only get a fraction of the experience you would on foot. So most of the stuff I'm hitting here, I'd get no experience at all. Decide to head on over to Circle of Death Part 2. Clean up the skags in the entryway and head on in. Now as I go in here, I'm thinking I'm not going to make it, but I'm hoping that I will at least get to the next level. So let's get this started. And round 2 in this particular arena game is essentially the same as round 1, slightly harder mobs. Making heavy use of the run backwards and shoot technique. It's working out quite well. It's when these adult skags charge, it kind of defeats it, and they usually get a really good hit in. So once I get rid of all the little skags, I'll change tactics here, and you'll see me actually, as my shields get burned down, I'll actually just run around avoiding these guys as my shields recharge. It's really only my shields keeping me alive. Starting to batter these guys down now, and my optimism is increasing. I'm starting to think I might actually make it through this thing alive. This is me. Run away, flee, flee. Shooting these alpha skags in the front without any sort of elemental weapon or critical hit is really ineffective. I have little choice though, so that's pretty much the tactic I'm sticking with. You can see me running in L shapes and Z shapes here, like these guys are alligators, but it works pretty effectively. As soon as you hear them about to leap at you, if you change directions, they'll miss you. And they conveniently roar each time they're about to leap. And there's my level. So yes indeed, I'm gonna survive this. So after I finish this guy off, I'm gonna put 1 point into Juggernaut, which gives me a temporary resistance to damage after I kill a mob. And then that's the end of this video. So I thank you for watching, I thank you for listening, and I encourage you to leave a comment, suggestion, or some sort of infantile abuse. And we'll talk to you later.